cases, the management is dissolved by the higher authorities. In that case, the management is not functioning well for the development or improvement of the school. And a new management, he constituted the authority, BEO or DEO or any other person. In case of the college sub-collector, they dissolve the management and form the new management for the qualitative improvement under the leadership of some educationist, the persons belonging to marginalized group, SC, ST, and OBC, women representative, and so on and so forth. All these are called your action research. Is it clear? Is it clear, or again I will tell you? What is action research? Could you understand or not? Hello, friends. First is identification of the problem. First, you identify the problem in the action research. Then, activities. What are the activities are to be taken to solve this problem? Then, duration. What is the time frame? 2 months or 3 months may take to solve the problem. Then you go for gathering the data collection. Then you have to analyze the data. Then you have to interpret the data. Then you have to evaluate the data and report. ଏତିକି step ମନେ ରହିଲା କି ନାହିଁ? Hello,
Yes, sir.
ମନେ ରହିଲା?
Aଜ୍ଞା.
ତାହେଲେ I should not repeat again. I should
No,
not
sir.
repeat again this action research approach. It is be followed in the schools and all of followed. Simple example I have told you that suppose innovative methods followed by teachers. What is the effect of innovative? The intervention. The innovative method is the intervention. And why the students do not do well in English? This is a problem, say. So, accordingly, the headmaster school is a suppose an organization, headmaster and teachers are in the management. And they identify the problem that the students are poor in English, or poor in mathematics, or poor in any subject. This is the identification of the problem. Then what will be done? Then action plan. What will be done? What step by step? What action shall be taken? Whether extra class will be taken, whether written and oral language skills can be developed, or any other activity will be taken, or the group activity will be taken, or collaborative learning will be taken, or uh, remedial measures will be taken. So all these are the activities are suggested after identifying the problem. So then implementation of the activities. So we have to implement the collaborative learning or peer learning. We have to implement it, the group activities. We have to implement learning by doing. We have to implement the new method of teaching. So these are the activities. Then time. So we have to decide how much time is required to implement all these activities. Time is a constant for us, 3 months or 4 months or 5 months or 6 months, like that. That will be decided. Then after 5 months, we have to test again. What is the achievement? What is the before achievement? Before intervention program, before activities are taken. Then after activities are taken, then we have to assess their achievement. Whether the performance or the achievement of the learner is better or not significant. If it is better, Then you have to analyze which factor is responsible. Peer learning is responsible, activity based learning is responsible, or the collaborative learning is responsible, or new method of teaching is responsible. These are the, at the analysis stage, we have to analyze all these things. Then you have to evaluate which one was the best one activity for the better performance of the learner. After evaluation or assessment of the intervention program, then we have to report that the management should take all these activities so that there will be better achievement. It is clear now, friends?
Clear, sir.
Yes. Then now let us go to the back where I have left. That I think I have left at Unit 10. In Unit 10, there is a sub unit, that is school based management. There is school based management. Headmaster is the manager in the school, teacher is the manager in the classroom, and there is a management in the school taking also outsider. That is school based management. So, government has constituted the school based management. The purpose is to develop the, what are the factors? Which factory have to be developed? Hello, tell me. Which factor or which aspects are to be developed in the by the school management? Nobody. I have told you many times two factors. But one is infrastructural aspect, another is instructional aspect, another is environmental environmental climate. Would you understand all the three aspects? Hello, am I audible or not? Tell me, friends.
Yes, sir, you are audible.
Audible. Then what is the harm in responding yes or no? I am not asking you questions. Infrastructural, what is infrastructural development? Yes, someone?
In- Sir,
Hmm.
infrastructure includes the school building, the
Yes. Hmm.
providing of the benches or the this like the electrical gadgets or the smart classrooms, all those
Yes.
things.
Library, laboratory, reading room, and other many things. Instructional aspects includes, yes, the human
One
resources. Who are the human resources?
teachers, faculties.
Teachers and learners. That's why it is called teaching learning process. Both the teachers and the learners are responsible for effective learning, teaching learning process. So the teacher is should be effective. He should have a content knowledge and a pedagogical knowledge, a teaching style. He has to create a humorous in the class situation for the better understanding of the learner. And the learner should be attentive, maintain discipline, and they are free to ask the teacher many questions about their doubts if they don't understand a particular concepts. So these are the teaching learning process. And the environment. Environment is the most important factor, that the school should be fear free environment. psychologically free. If you are under stress, whatever you learn, you will forget. Yes or no? If the students are under stress and they are afraid of the teacher, whatever they learn, they will forget. Yes or no?
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
Yes.
Yes. That should be fear free, psychologically free. They should free and they should be very friendly with the teacher. In the management system and the headmaster, teachers, and the students all together, the climate or the environment must be very favorable for the learner teaching learning process. Okay, this is school based management. So, in the advantages, school based management allow the competent individuals in the school who are now there are examinations are going conducted, and on the basis of a result of the examination the teachers are appointed. Yes or no? OTAT and entrance examination for teachership.
Yes,
But
sir.
one thing is left, that the psychological aspect, the attitude, interest, and ability of the teacher are not assessed. Whether they have likingness towards teaching profession or not. One is profession, one is passion. ବୃତ୍ତି ଏବଂ ପ୍ରବୃତ୍ତି, ଯୋଉଦିନ ବୃତ୍ତିଟା ପ୍ରବୃତ୍ତିରେ ପରିଣତ ହବ ସେଦିନ କ୍ୱାଲିଟେଟିଭ ଏଜୁକେସନ ହେଇଯିବ. Quality we will get quality education. My point is clear. Passion,
Yes, sir.
profession, and passion. Everybody has a professional quality and everybody has a passion. ତାଙ୍କର କିଛି ପ୍ରବୃତ୍ତି ରହିଛି. ପିଲା ପାଠ ପଢୁଛନ୍ତି, ପିଲା ଡ୍ୟାନ୍ସ ଶିଖୁଛନ୍ତି. ପାଠ ପଢିବାଟା ତାଙ୍କର ହଉଛି ରେଗୁଲାର ରୁଟିନ, but passion is singing or dancing like that. They have inclination towards dancing and singing. So also, the teaching profession is such a noble profession where they should like the teaching profession. When they go to the class, they should enjoy the class. If you ask me, I was a teacher in the colleges. If you ask me such question to me, I can say that when I was going to the class with all sorts of the stress and strain, I don't carry the stress and strain of the residents to the college. When I enter to the college, the entire college, the students, I feel as if I am transacting the learning materials for the betterment of the students. So I have experimented three things: lecturing first, then discussing, then interacting process. So I arrived at the conclusion the interactive process or approach is the best approach for the learner so that they can understand and they can have the liberty to ask the various questions. And as far as possible, I was very much friendly with the learners. And as far as possible, I wanted to help the learner. So the teacher must be effective. I have told you some are born teachers, some are made teachers. Those who are born teacher, I have nothing to say about them. They go on teaching and they get pleasure out of it. They are born teachers. Those who are made teacher, I have told you that every teacher has the ability to teach. Every learner has the ability to learn. If every teacher has the ability to teach, so some are born and some are made. Those who are made, they learn the various techniques, various approaches. What other teachers are doing? Why he is liked by the students? Why I am not? My class is not that effective. He compares and he takes he help of the other teacher, so that the class will be enjoyable. So ଏବେ ତ ହେଇଗଲାଣି ବାଲ ବାଟିକା, ଏବେ ଯୋଉ ଅଙ୍ଗନବାଡ଼ିଟା ଥିଲା ଏବେ କନଭର୍ଟ ହେଇକି ବାଲ ବାଟିକା ହେଇଗଲାଣି, ସବୁ ଇଂଲିଶ ଆଣ୍ଡ ଓଡ଼ିଆରେ ସବୁ ହେଇଯିବ। And gradually the teachers, and then the adequate teachers must be appointed in the school by the management. I have told you, suppose there is a vacancy, dearth of teachers in the school, so BO, block education officer, should be given liberty to engage the retired teacher or teachers from the community who can deliver the things better for the learner. So adequate teachers must be there, and focus on accountability and decision. Accountability should be there. In the public schools or English medium schools, there is accountability. କାମ ନ କଲେ ତମର ଚାକିରି ନାହିଁ, କାମ କଲେ ତମର ଚାକିରି କଣ୍ଟିନ୍ୟୁ କରିବ। Similar manner, there should be accountability. You should be accountable before the students. You should be accountable for before the parents. You should be accountable before the education or supervising officers. So accountability must be there. They are not come to the school voluntarily. They are paid and they are teaching. Am I right or wrong? They are paid by the government salary, the public exchequer. The money goes from the public exchequer for the salary of the teachers. If the teacher does not teach, then accountability should be fixed. Accountability should be fixed. The increment, or he must be placed under suspension, or must be thrown out of the job. That must accountability be there. That must be very made compulsory. But here in our country or in our state, the accountability is not there. काम कले केते न कले केते, सरकारी का माल दरिया में डाल, ये सर नो यही प्रभाव हो ना, सरकारी का माल दरिया में डाल. Nobody is responsible. I was telling that if a handful of sand is given to you and it will be told that it is yours, what will you do? You will convert it to a handful of gold, and a handful of gold will be given to you, and it will be told that it is not yours. What will you do? You will spend that gold, and there will be nothing. That this is the difference. The belongingness towards the teaching profession, towards the uh, learners, how you are dedicated, how you are sincere, how much knowledge you have acquired, that does not matter. How you are dedicated, how you are sincere, how you like the profession, and that should be made passion. ବୁଝିପାରିଲ ତ? passion profession ଭିତରେ ତଫାତଟା? Hello.
Yes, sir.
Lead greater creativity in the design of the program. So when creativity will come, when there will be critical thinking. When there will be critical thinking, when a problem arises, there will be critical thinking. I was telling the problems. Suppose you have to cross the river, but how can you cross the river? You have to reach at the destination. So by the help of the boat or by other road, you have to select, maybe it may be delayed. So that is how the critical thinking starts. That is leads to creativity. Suppose you have to reach at a destination, and you do not know exact route to the destination. and you are at the square. ଗୋଟେ ଛକରେ ଠିଆ ହେଇଛ, ଜାଣିପାରୁନ କୋଉଠିକି ଯିବ, ତମ ଜାଗାଟା ତମର ଡେଷ୍ଟିନେସନଟା ଗୋଲଟା କୋଉଠି, and you apply your mind. Perhaps this road leads to my destination. Perhaps this road leads to my destination. And finally, you ask some other person, I think this road leads to my destination. Yes. So this is creativity. This is how you develop the creative, critical thinking when you want to achieve the goal. Then redirect resources support goals developed in each school. So the school has no resources, the financial resources, the human resources, and other resources. So the management is to mobilize the community. He has to go to the generous people of the society, those who are very rich, and request to donate the fund for the development of the school. Then there will be redirection of the resources to the school. ସେଦିନ ମୁଁ କହୁଥିଲି ଗାଁର ସବୁ କୋଠ ଥାଏ, ଏବେ ଅଛି ନା ନାହିଁ ମୁଁ ଜାଣିନି, ତାଙ୍କର ଗୋଟେ କମ୍ୟୁନିଟି ଫଣ୍ଡ ଥାଏ, ସେ କମ୍ୟୁନିଟି ଫଣ୍ଡକୁ ସେମାନେ ଡାଇରେକ୍ଟ କରନ୍ତି ଫର୍ ଦି betterment of the school. So then the budget of the school must be realistic by parents, by teachers, and members of the society. Basing on the financial constraints, those schools are only depend on government aid. They have nothing to do. They only get salary and some aids for improvement of the school. Besides that, the school will not be fully developed. So that's why the resources is essential. And improve morale of teacher, nurture new leadership all levels. So you have to organize the in-service orientation program. Invite the people from the society to give extramural talk about the how to improve a particular the quality skills. Suppose the disaster management. Now the planning is going on to incorporate the disaster management in the school curriculum. It's a good idea. Then your Swachh Bharat, how to make the environment clean, both water, land, and air. So the government should do all the things. Then learning organization. In learning organization, there is system thinking, personal mastery, mental models, building shared vision, team learning. A group of learners will be together and talk among themselves. If one does not know anything, and he can share with others. System thinking is the cornerstone of a learning organization. What is a system? System is the combination of some persons having certain goal, a common goal, and all should dedicatedly achieve the common goal. School is a system where there are group of people, means teacher, learner, and community members. What is the goal? Goal is to quality learning. How quality learning will take place in the school, that is the goal. For that, the system should work And when a group of people sit together, they contribute to many ideas. And out of the ideas, some new ideas will emerge. That if you go in this way, that the goal will be achieved. Then personal mastery. The organization, as I have told you, a group of people are there, and there is individual differences. Every individual differs from other. Some may have mastery over the particular area, some may have less mastery over the particular area. So when the group of people sit together, we have to seek the advice of the people who has mastery over the particular area. So he will contribute ideas. Then this is called your personal mastery about English language, about mathematics, and so on and so forth. Then mental models. The we should have the common intention, common mind. So this is a mental model. Everybody should have a common mind to achieve the goal. Building the shared vision. Our vision is to make the school better and a qualitative one. And that vision must be fulfilled at any cost. Then team learning, I have told you, the peer learning is the team learning. When 4 or 5 students they assemble together and they talk themselves about the particular subject and they share their ideas. Out of the team learning, the individual gets idea or learns better. The peer learning or team learning. So the leader always the designer. All will not be the leader. The headmaster is the leader of the school. The teacher is the leader of the classroom. So he is more experienced. Headmaster is more experienced. So the experience counts much to lead how the various activities are to be carried out and how to mobilize the resources. Then the transformational leadership, complete change. Transformational leadership, that will be complete change in the leadership. Helping staff develop, maintain collaborative professional school culture. There must be a school culture. This school is ours. I should be proud of it. Feel proud. So, when the school becomes a qualitative one and you are the student of that school, and don't you feel proud? Yes or no? Don't you feel proud or not? Hello? No
Yes,
answer.
sir.
Fostering teacher development. Teacher development is a necessary part. Helping teachers solve problems more effectively. Some common problem, visit the each classroom every day. Who will visit? Headmaster. Headmaster and the managing management will visit the classroom every day. So that there will be some kind of fear and will develop confidence among the teacher. Now he will follow the lecture method. He will not follow the interactive method. Involve the whole staff in deliberating school goal. Whole staff must be, the headmaster should not take unilaterally decision for organization of sports, games, and different. They have to develop the different strategy for different subjects. Help teachers work smarter and by collectively seeking different interpretations. So Everybody should be smart and use action research, as I have told you. The action research result. This method is appropriate for teaching, learning English. If you follow the activity method, it will be suitable for the learner. It will follow the 5E model of approach. This will be better for the students. So the action research result must be followed by the teacher and find the good things are happening publicly publicly recognize the work of the staff students have contributed school improvement. So public has certain perception about the school. If you go to the public says that ए school ରେ ପାଠ ପଢା ହଉନି, ଏ ମାଷ୍ଟର ପାଠ ପଢୁନାହାନ୍ତି. Am I right or wrong? Hello.
Yes, sir.
Sir, yes, yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
କହୁଛନ୍ତି କାହିଁ କହୁଛନ୍ତି? Because the teacher has no recognition. In the past, the teacher has the recognition. That when a particular teacher comes to the class, the students are very much interested to listen the class. And ଯେତେବେଳେ ପିଲା ଶୁଣିଲେ ଏଫେକ୍ଟିଭଲି ସେ ତାକୁ କୁଆଡ଼କୁ ଟ୍ରାନ୍ସଫର କଲେ ପ୍ୟାରେଣ୍ଟସକୁ. ପ୍ୟାରେଣ୍ଟସ କ'ଣ କୋଉଠିକି ଟ୍ରାନ୍ସଫର କଲା? ସୋସାଇଟିକୁ. ତାହେଲେ କ'ଣ ହବ? ଟିଚରର ପଦମର୍ଯ୍ୟାଦା ବଢିବ ନା କମିବ? ଟିଚରର ପଦମର୍ଯ୍ୟାଦା କମିବ. ଆରେ when the teacher teaches effectively in the class and is appreciated by the learners, so the learner understand the facts, principles, ideas of the teacher, a particular content, and after the class, when the learners go to their home, ଘରେ ପଚାରିବେ ଆଜି କ'ଣ ପଢା ହେଲା? ସେ କ'ଣ କହେ ପିଲାମାନେ? ଆଜି ସାର୍ ଭାରି ଭଲ ପଢଉଥିଲେ. ତାହେଲେ this idea transferred to the parents first. The parents again transfers this idea to the community. So the teacher should have command over the subject, over the learner, over the community, over the parents. So this is the system of organization. So that the prestige or the honor of the teacher will be improved. Yes or no? ହବ ନା ନାଇଁ?
Yes, sir.
That will be
Yes,
model.
yes, sir.
ସେତକ ହେଇପାରୁନି ଆମର. ସେତକ ହେଇପାରୁନି. ଯାଇତେ କାମ ତୋଳିଦେଲେ ଗଲା. ସ୍କୁଲ ବାଜିଲେ ଘର ପାଠ ଘଣ୍ଟି ବାଜିଲେ ପାଠ ପଢା ଶେଷ. ମୁଁ ଦେଖିଛି ଯୋଉମାନେ ମ୍ୟାଡାମ ମାନେ ଯୋଉମାନେ ସବୁ ନିୟର ଇଏ ସରି ରୋଡ ସାଇଡ ସ୍କୁଲରେ ସବୁ ଏନଗେଜ ଅଛନ୍ତି, ସେ ଅନେଇଥିବେ କେତେବେଳେ 3ଟା କି 4ଟା ବାଜିଲା, ସାଙ୍ଗେ ସାଙ୍ଗେ ବସ୍ ଧରିଲେ ଆସିଲେ. Similarly, they comes to the school late and leaves the school early. This is the scenario. How there will be improvement, how there will be quality. So, there must be expectation, as I have told you, the equilibrium should be maintained between expectation and achievement. Yes or no? ବୁଝିପାରିଲେ କି ନାହିଁ? Do you understand? Expectation. The teacher has certain expectation from the students that these students will get A plus. This is expectation. And really these students when get A plus, then their achievement. So here the equilibrium is maintained. ସମତା ରକ୍ଷା ହେଲା. ଯଦି ନହେଲା ତାହେଲେ the teacher so expectation becomes failure. ମୋର ମନେ ପଡୁଛି ଆମର ଜଣେ ମ୍ୟାଥମେଟିକ୍ସ ଲେକ୍ଚର ପଢଉଥିଲେ ପିୟୁରେ ପ୍ରି ୟୁନିଭର୍ସିଟିରେ, ଭାରି ଭଲ ପଢାନ୍ତି। ଯେତେବେଳେ ଆମେ ମ୍ୟାଥମେଟିକ୍ସ ସବୁ ଗ୍ରୁପ ଅଫ୍ ଷ୍ଟୁଡେଣ୍ଟସ୍ just talking together on the veranda after the result, and he told simply, my expectation was high and you did not fulfill my expectation. So that is dedication. He was teaching very effectively. So the expectation must be reflected in the result of the or achievement of the learner. Is it clear? So there must be high expectation. Time was there when the BJP College, Revensa College, and Capital High School, Revensa High School, Board High School, and other Jilla schools, they had the high expectation about the board result. But nowadays, what happened? The students of Saraswati Shisu Mandira, they have excelled other students. Am I right or wrong? Am I right or wrong? Hello.
Right, sir.
Why? Because there is no dedication, there is no sacrifice, there is no expectation. They are not well paid. These teachers of Saraswati Shisu Mandira are not well paid. But there is dedication, there is sacrifice. ତମେ ଦେଖିଥିବ ତାଙ୍କ ସରସ୍ୱତୀ ପୂଜା କେତେ ଅତି କଣ କୁହାଯିବ, ଗୋଟେ କଲଚରକୁ ନେଇକି ଯେମିତି ହବା କଥା। ପିଲାମାନେ ସବୁ ବସିଛନ୍ତି, ସମସ୍ତଙ୍କ ଆଗରେ ପୂଜା ଥାଳି ଥୁଆ ହେଇଛି, ସାର୍ ମାନେ ବସିଛନ୍ତି। ଇଭିନ୍ ଗୁରୁ ଦିବସ ଦିନ ବି ସେୟା ହୁଏ, ମୁଁ ଦେଖିଛି। ଏବଂ ସେମାନେ ଯେତେବେଳେ ଯାହା ଘରକୁ ଯାଆନ୍ତି, ବଡ ମାନଙ୍କର ପାଦ ଛୁଇଁ ପ୍ରଣିପାତ ହୁଅନ୍ତି। ଦିସ୍ ଇଜ ଦ କଲଚର and they excels the normal students of the government schools. The first category of teachers are appointed in the government school. The second category of teachers are appointed in the public school. The third category of teachers are appointed in the Saraswati Shisu Mandira. But the third category of teachers, the students of the third category schools, they now have excelled the first category. Just imagine where we are. What is our quality? So we have to, the management is responsible for it. Then let us come the uh, unity in 11. 11 is comparative perspective. The educational system in various states, USA, UK, China, and India. First, you see we have to compare the educational system of different countries. Which country has the better educational system? We say the USA has the better educational system. In NP 2020, we have borrowed the idea of a USA educational system, that multiple entry, multiple exit, that the combination, the there will be no specialization in the degree course. Science, one may opt for science subject and humanity subject, art subjects, combination of both. Already, the exercise has been started, and at the vocational education like medical science, engineering, and other courses. So, to change the attitude of the doctors, engineers, and others, it is it should be mandatory. The social science, how to serve the people. We are for the people, and we are getting salary from the uh, government exchequer, and the common man pay tax for it. Yes or no? The common man pay tax, and out of the tax, maybe pension holders, maybe employees, they are getting their salary or pension. But we don't have responsibility for the common man. ଆମେ ଯେତେ କହିଲେ don't underestimate the power of the common man, କିନ୍ତୁ ତାହା ସମାଜରେ ଦେଖାଯାଉ ନାହିଁ. କମନ ମ୍ୟାନ ଚାହିଁଲେ ଗୋଟେ ସରକାର ବଦଳେଇ ଦେଇପାରିବେ. କମନ ମ୍ୟାନ ଚାହିଁଲେ ଗୋଟେ ସରକାରକୁ ପରିବର୍ତ୍ତନ କରିଦେବେ. ଦିଲ୍ଲୀରେ କଣ ହେଲା? କେଜରିୱାଲ କହୁଥିଲା ଯେ ମୋଦିକୁ ଆଉ ଗୋଟେ ଜନ୍ମ ଲାଗିବ ବିଜେପି ପାୱାରକୁ ଆସିବା ପାଇଁ. ଦମ୍ଭ ରହିଲା ନା. ଦି କମନ ମ୍ୟାନ ହାଜ ଦି ପାୱାର. କାହାର ଗର୍ବ ଅହଙ୍କାରକୁ କେହି ସେମାନେ ସହଜରେ ଟଲରେଟ କରନ୍ତି ନାହିଁ. So, the ideas, as I have told you, the what should be the comparative education basing on the geographical factor, basing on the economic factor, basing on the racial factor, basing on the linguistic factor. All these factors just I tell you. Geographical factor, I was telling, in hilly areas, in inaccessible areas, forest areas, there are villages, there are young children. Are they not interested for learning? Yes, they are interested for learning. Whether the system, the management make provision for their learning? No. I was giving the example of Nagada. I was giving the example of that in the Koraput Bondavasti and other inaccessible area. In the forest area, there was scattered villages, and children are scattered. No schools, no drinking water, no such facilities. So, so this is a most important factor. I have told you 4 factors. What are those? What are those? Universal access, universal retention, universal
Enrollment, sir.
then universal
Enrollment,
Enrollment.
enrollment,
enrollment, universal retention, and then quality. এই চারটা আমরা ফুলফিলি ହେଇପାରୁନି. ଆକ୍ସେସ୍ ହେଇପାରୁନି, ଏନରୋଲମେଣ୍ଟ ହେଇପାରୁନି, ରିଟେନସନ୍ ବି ହେଇପାରୁନି. ଆଉ କ୍ୱାଲିଟି କଥା ପଛ. There are rivers, there are jungles, the forests, and there are mountains. How is it possible that young children will go and cross the river and cross the mountains with hazards? It is not possible. So I was telling that the for solution of these problems, there are scattered villages, villages and hamlets. Hamlets, ପଡା ଗାଁ ଯୋଉ ସବୁ ଛୋଟିଆ ଛୋଟିଆ ପଡା ଗାଁ ଥାଏ. ସେଠି ଅଙ୍ଗନବାଡି ନାହିଁ କି ପ୍ରାଇମେରୀ ସ୍କୁଲ ନାହିଁ, କିଛି ନାହିଁ. ସେମାନେ କିଛି ବାଟ ଚାଲିକି ଯିବାକୁ ପଡେ. ଏଇ ଯୋଉ ଚାଲିକି ଯୋଉ ଡିଫିକଲ୍ଟି ଆକ୍ସେସ୍ ହେଇ ୟୁନିଭର୍ସାଲ ଆକ୍ସେସ୍ ହେଇପାରୁନି, ତାହେଲେ ତାଙ୍କ ପାଇଁ କଣ ଦରକାର? What I was telling yesterday? Yes. 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 Mobile education. Okay, there must be introduction of introduce. We have to introduce the mobile education. All the learning materials and teachers will be in the mobile van, and the education will go to the doorstep. Another is neighborhood schools. Near the school, you have to establish the school. Maybe hamlet, maybe villages. Doesn't matter. You have to establish the school. Maybe less number of students or more number of students, doesn't matter. Education is our right, but the government does not do it. So the then the racial factor. There are number of races in our country. So educational system was influenced by these races. They influence the rest of the races, and by doing so, if they gained success in its approach, it framed one system of education. The linguistic factor is the most important factor. Language. You'll find the variety of languages in the state or in the country. And the learners, they should be transacted in their mother tongue or regional language, not mother Indian languages. Odia is the mother Indian languages. Books are written in Odia, mother Indian language, not the regional languages. How can they understand? The linguistic factor is the most important factor. Accordingly, the educational system should be geared up basing on the regional language. So ours is a federal state, and the education is in the concurrent list. Both center and the state has certain role in the system of education. Always you tell about the federal system. And other factor is a local factor. We have to look into the local factor. What are the need of the local people? Whether they are interested for fishing, whether they are interested for cultivation of something. So accordingly, the education should be revised. The curriculum should be revised according to their need and interest. As a result of which, they will be attracted towards the school. If the school does not reflect their culture, their tradition, their ideas, why they will be interested or why they will be attracted to the school? Rather, we will push the students to the society. We are not pulling the children from the society. Am I right or wrong? Are we pulling the children from the society? Hello.
Yes, sir.
You listen.
Yes,
Huh?
sir.
We are pushing the children to the society. We are not pulling the children from the society. So this is a very sorry state of affairs after 75 years of our independence. Our system of education is like that. If anybody has gone to the hilly areas of our state and other states like Mizoram, Manipur, Arunachal Pradesh, and other places, you will find from the ground level 200 feet, 300 feet, villages are there, and they are very hard laborers. So there must be school for them according to their language. I had the opportunity to go to the Mizoram, and when we were moving Uh, two lady escorts were with us. Muscle, having strong muscles. I have asked them, why not gents but ladies are accompanying us? Like, you see, sir, do we face any problems? No, no, no. I asked. Sir, we are have strong muscles and we are ready to fight with anybody. ସେ 200 ମିଟର 300 ମିଟର ଉପରୁ ଉପରେ ଯେତେବେଳେ ଯାଉଥାଏ ଆମ ଗାଡି ଯେତେବେଳେ ଯାଉଥାଏ ପାହାଡ ରାସ୍ତାରେ ପିଚୁ ରାସ୍ତା ଅବଶ୍ୟ ସିଙ୍ଗଲ ରୋଡ ମାନେ ତଳକୁ ଖସିଲା ମାନେ ଆଉ ତମର କିଛି ରହିବନି ଆଉ ଗୁଣ୍ଡା ହେଇଯିବ ସବୁ ଏଇଭଳିଆ ସ୍ଥିତି ତଳକୁ ଅଣିଲା ବେଳକୁ ଡର ଲାଗୁଥାଏ ବଟ୍ ଦେ ଆର୍ ଭେରି କୋଟିୟସ୍ we are in the visiting team of NCT National Council of Teacher Education and they for our honor they organized various programs in the evening. We stayed for 3 days there and they organized the various every night. We are say getting pleasure. Both collector, sub-collector, big officials were in the program and they organized the program. In the traditional dance, etc., in the traditional way, ଆମର ଯେମିତି ଟ୍ରାଇବାଲ କଲଚର ସବୁ ଅଛି ଟ୍ରାଇବାଲ ଫୋକ୍ସ ଅଛି ଟ୍ରାଇବାଲ ସଙ୍ଗସ୍ ଅଛି ତାଙ୍କର ସେମିତି so linguistic factor is the most important for state and country and the local people. Let us think of the educational system in USA: primary stage, secondary stage, college or higher stage, vocational stage. The hierarchy starts from primary to college level. ପାହାଚ ଭଳିଆ ଉପରକୁ ଉଠି ଉଠି ଯିବ. After secondary, the college level, vocational education is given, professional development, etc. The purpose of established institution was to educate a younger man, European literature and philosophy. The American system of education generally makes impossible to set broader pattern which there are less government schools there. In America, there are less government schools, but more private schools. And the private schools have their own curriculum. From school to school, or college to college, or university to university, you will find the difference in culture, difference in curriculum, particularly. They design the curriculum accordingly. They of course they get grant from the government, but they have their own management. So far I know. The administrative and organizational local schools. So both government and state government and the private managed schools, that is the control of the state government. In America, there are many states. Local education board also USA. There is local education, basic, intermediate, coterminous, etc. Administration and university. Dean is the executive head in the universities. In our also, the dean is the executive head of vice chancellor. Admission restriction. There is admission restriction, entrance exemption. Here also we are conducting an entrance exemption. Certificate production admission. Then duration of a course has been defined for PhD, for master degree, for degree course, how many years they should learn. Degree course, kinds of institution, universities, municipal and district schools, land grant colleges, liberal art colleges, community colleges, junior colleges, graduate colleges, etc. Institution for technical and higher education, all these things. Then educational system of England, they both elementary educational act. Here there is a pre-primary and a primary education. The more government schools are find you will find in UK. The state funded school system. The states funds provides fund the school, secondary and higher education system, similar manner. So it is more comprehensive than the educational system of China. In the education system China, there is one thing you will find there is uniform syllabus. It is compulsory. You have less liberty to say about the curriculum. After class 7, there is rigorous training in the agriculture for the students. And after 1 year or 2 years, rigorous training in the various vocational agriculture, other vocational courses, they again come to the school. So what do they develop? They develop dignity for labor. କାମର ମହତ୍ତ୍ୱକୁ ସେ ବୁଝନ୍ତି. As a result of which, China has developed like anything. China got independence after India got the independence. Kintu China is more advanced than any other countries now. Now he gives challenge to USA and other countries. So there is no freedom. You have to select this or that. The communism. So firstly, you have to do the work. As I have telling about the public schools, there is accountability. In China, both the basic education, medium level occupational polytechnic education, etc. Our and a common higher education, adult education, they are in China. In India, education under the national government in India and education under communism, we are thinking of a literacy. Those who write and read, we call them literate. Am I right? But that is not literacy, the exact meaning of literacy. That is, it should be functional literacy. Suppose an agriculturist, he is literate. He should learn how to produce more crops, how to adopt different types of cultivation, and without using the chemical fertilizer, biofertilizer. There are people in Kalahandi and Koraput also, some agriculturists, they are using biofertilizers. And with biofertilizers, they produce the crops and it has a better taste. But if you use the chemical fertilizer, the fertility of the land reduces. After some days or some year, the land becomes barren. Barren? Barren କ'ଣ? ପଡ଼ିଆ ପଡ଼ିବ, ଧଳା ହେଇଯିବ ସବୁ. There is will be no growth of paddies. So, in China also there is a full-time schools, there is a work study schools and spare time schools. What is spare time school? Suppose one works in the factory, industry, and he has little education. He is not so much qualified. So when he gets leisure, he must be go to the evening school or morning school to learn various techniques used in the factory or industry to produce more. The regular school, the work study schools. During the work, there will be study schools. In the factory, there are schools. Beyond the factory, there are schools. When during the lunch hour, they also read for some time, and they get knowledge and skills. So, school structure, administration, and finance in India, that you know it. Then Indian educational system we have discussed a lot, and there are CBSE system pattern, CIESC system, board examination in each state, national open school, international schools. Every public school has named their school as international school. So the parents spends lakhs of rupees for that. So this is about the comparative education. Then last one is role of ICT educational management. ICT, information communication and technology. So we are advancing. We are now ready to accept the artificial intelligence, computer based learning, e-learning, online learning, and many things that we are doing. How to the concept of educational management in the ICT point of view, that the management must be aware of the use of technology, computer, the smart class, and others. And accordingly, all the schools should be provided with a computer laboratory where the school children will be learn. And also there must be, of course, in this budget, the provision has been made for internet services in all schools, so that there will be no difficulty for online learning. In case of the uh, what you say, the any difficulty time like your COVID or calamities, or there is say flood, cyclone, and etc. The schools are closed. So what is the alternative education? Alternative education, they sit at home and get the education through online learning, through virtual learning. So the management should come forward and be literate in the computer education and online learning. So need of ICT educational management. So it is the, as I have told you, the concept. So ICT now plays a very vital role. ICT for administrative management. Now in every office there is a computer. Every assistant has a computer and he operates the computer. Computer in administration. Data entry operators are appointed. So everything is computerized. Even in the parliament and in the assembly, paperless work. So there must be paperless work due to the ICT management, office management and institutional planning, also students record, managing curriculum content, supporting pedagogy, maintaining timetable and classes, financial management, assisting communication, etc., etc. ICT for database management, ICT for financial management. So in a computer, everything is there. କୋଉ ସ୍କୁଲକୁ କେତେ ଟଙ୍କା ଗଲା, କୋଉଠି କେତେ ଟଙ୍କା ଖର୍ଚ୍ଚ ହେଲା. So sitting at home, you can know everything from the computer. So ICT for financial management, ICT for admission and examination also, ICT for program delivery, ICT for a capacity building of the staff development. We have to build our capacity. Whatever the capacity we have to increase our capacity. That is called capacity building. Emerging trends for ICT for educational management. So all the things that e-learning, teleconferencing, audio conferencing, video conferencing, blended learning, both classical and e-learning, telecollaboration, mobile computing. Through computer, you are also learning through your mobile. Yes or no? Now, that is online learning is going on, and you are just going through your mobile. You are interacting with me. That is mobile learning. So these are the ICT, and there are directors. So online admission, distance educational system, all these things that you will just go through it and you will learn everything. Then this is all about your educational management. We have discussed so much. Just you go through the book and learn about it, and at least anything that comes to in the examination, what is ICT learning, what is e-learning, what is vocational learning, and so on and so forth. All these things that will be beneficial for you. So beforehand, before 20 minutes, I want to close the session. So wish you the happy performance in the examination. I wind up the class. Thank you everybody for listening 6 days teaching learning process and participating. But you are not. One thing is you are not asking the questions. That is the problem. The teacher will talk continuously, and you will not interact. You will not clarify the doubts. That is the shortfall in the online learning. So thank you very much. Let us wind up the class.
Sir?